Major League Soccer DC United vs CF Montreal. Prediction, team news, lineups preview. DC United can end a 4-match winless run when they welcome CF Montreal to Audi Field in MLS action on Saturday in the U.S. capital. The Black and Red settled for a 2-2 draw with St. Louis City last Saturday, while Le CFM had a week off following their dramatic 4-3 defeat to the Chicago Fire. Match preview. That first away win of the season continues to elude Troy Lesessen's men, who are winless in 8 successive regular season affairs outside Audi Field dating back to 2023. After scoring first but losing to Inter Miami in their previous home fixture 3-1 last week, DC failed to win an MLS contest when leading at the half for the first time since their previous home game with Montreal in 2023 2-2 draw. On the plus side, DC have only suffered 1 defeat so far this season, while their 6 points gained thus far are 1 more than they had managed at the same stage a year ago. DC have not lost consecutive MLS fixtures in the U.S. capital since March-April 2023, when they followed up a 2-1 defeat to the New England Revolution with a 2-0 loss versus the Columbus Crew. They have scored in 5 successive MLS home games, but have conceded at least once in 4 of their last 5 regular season contests at Audi Field. Coming into this encounter, the Black and Red have points in 3 successive MLS games against Montreal, including a pair of 1-0 triumphs. Le CFM had a week to process exactly what went wrong in Chicago earlier this month, as their comfortable 2-goal advantage evaporated in the latter stages of that match. Up 3-1 with fewer than 10 minutes remaining, Laurent Courtois saw his side fall apart, conceding twice in stoppage time, including a long-range effort from Kellen Acosta, which sailed over the head of Jonathan Sirois, who was fooled by the massive gust of wind. That was the first regular season defeat suffered by Courtois as an MLS head coach, as he has almost accumulated the same amount of points away from home this season 7 as this side had during their entire 2023 domestic campaign, when they achieved 8. There are still 2 more matches left on their road trip, and with a victory on Saturday, Montreal would exceed their total for away wins in this competition from a year ago too. While they are playing a little more conservatively under Courtois than we saw when Hernan Losada was in charge last year, Le CFM are often finding the right stretches to attack and bring up the intensity, scoring on 3 of their 4 targeted efforts in each of their previous 2 games. They have not won a domestic contest against DC United since 2022 1-0, though they have points in 4 of their last 5 visits to Audi Field, with their last triumph in DC coming in 2022 2-1. Team news. In their draw with St. Louis last week, DC were without the suspended Pedro Santos, while Russell Canoyus sat out because of a sore ankle. Tyler Miller missed that game due to a shoulder injury, Garrison Tubbs did not feature because of a thigh strain, and Steve Birnbaum was sidelined with a sore knee. Maddie Peltola. Former Montreal defender Aaron Herrera, Christian Fletcher and Matai Akinboni could each be available for selection, having missed their match last week because of international duty. After missing their 2nd and 3rd MLS encounters this season, Christian Bentique has started the last 2 games, scoring his 4th of the campaign last week, putting him 1 behind Lewis Morgan and Dejan Joveljic in the Golden Boot race, while Ted Di-Pietro netted his 1st of 2024. Jules Anthony Vilcent did not feature for Montreal against Chicago due to a sore knee. Kwadwo Opoku sat out with an ankle injury, while Raheem Edwards will be suspended for this encounter, and their big off-season signing Joseph Martinez may be on the bench again, given the form of their Uruguayan striker. The international break came at a good time if you are CF Montreal, as several regulars, including Sirois, Joel Waterman, Samuel Pete, Ariel Lassiter, Matthew Chouanier, and George Campbell, represented their countries last week but should each be available on Saturday. Matias Kokoro, who hails from Uruguay, has 3 goals in his last 2 games, becoming the 3rd player in Montreal history to score 2 penalties in a single game last week, after Patrice Bernier 2013 and Saphir Tater 2020. while Dominik Yankov netted his first as a member of LoCFM in the loss to the Fire. DC United possible starting lineup: Bono, Herrera, Bartlett, McVeigh, Santos, Hopkins, Klitsch, Di-Pietro, Pirani, De Jong, Bentique. CF Montreal possible starting lineup: Sirois, Corbeau, Waterman, Campbell, Rouen. Chouanière, Pete, Lassiter, Yankov, Duke, Cuccaro. We say, DC United 2-2 CF Montreal. Both sides have capitalized on a number of their scoring opportunities, and with the quality and form they each have in the attacking third, we expect to see the back of the net bulge a few times this weekend. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.